What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Agrarian Skies. We're on episode 22, and last episode we did a few things, including getting a tree farm going. And between last episode and this one, I said I was gonna do some crafting, and I did. I also set up a space here for like a farm for crops, because we're going down the Hell's Kitchen line a good bit. But as you can see, we have quite a few unclaimed rewards. Let's see, we have 7 quests to claim rewards on. So let's get to it. So I made the auto brewer, which is just crafting, and I get a reward bag. Hopefully I have enough room. Inventory is actually a little bit full. Let me go find a chest if I want to start claiming all these. So I get a reward bag. Let's grab that one. It's a greater bag. That's cool. Throw those in. And a heart. We'll open that here in a little bit. Another one I did. Let's jump down to Wizard one. So I didn't finish this one, but to make the alchemical chemistry set was the first part of this quest, and then it wants you to use it. So I'm gonna kind of do that. I'm gonna do the first part of it, and there's a few other things we want to do with it. So first of all, let's grab the divination sigil. I'm gonna make sure I have some LP. Okay, I got 2800. That's not bad. And you put this, put this guy down, and then he needs this, 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 and this. That makes symbol catalyst, and I need to give it my orb so it uses my LP. And you can see it's working. Oh, that's not the right thing. I just wasted some LP. Or some life. Wonder if that actually got him the ult. So that creates those. But anyways, we have a few more things to accept here. So finishing this opened up this dolls quest, which I did. Yeah, so I can just claim a reward on that right away, and it gives me a blaze rod, which is awesome. So that gives me another greater bag. So that's cool. If we go down here, it says just go to the Nether. So I'm probably just gonna pop in the Nether real fast. Symbol catalysts, that does that next part there, I believe. And then pastoral life, it spawned chicken, spawned squid. Spawning the chicken is a feather in the altar there, so I did breed the chickens. So I should be able to kill one real fast. Hop in here. Nice. I got 6 feathers. That's pretty good, actually. So let's jump back up here. Might need my sacrificial orb because I moved the altar, so it lost all of its LP that was inside of it. Fill this up a little bit. I'm gonna fill this up real fast. I'll be right back. Alright, everyone. So I made a bit of a derp. I accidentally muted my mic at the end of the last segment, and so I have no voice for the rest of the, or for most of the video here. Anyway, so I'm just gonna do a voice over what's going on here. So I made the chicken egg in the blood altar, and I'm looking at, okay, what's it take to make a squid? Manually detect that I have the chicken. The squid is made in the alchemical chemistry set, and I remember that I have a couple of raw fish, so I head back to the house here. That you'll see here in just a moment. I do have a couple of fish. So we have, if I can find them. Sorry, I'm doing this like a day after I actually did this. So I'm trying to remember what all I said. So I'm just putting the rewards the way that I got. Let's clean up my inventory a little bit. Putting away all the some of the stuff I crafted. As you can see, the glacial precipitator and the presser. Those are for a couple quests that you'll see here in just a moment. And a quarter heart. And then then here I find the fish, but it was named as a red herring and then a raw fish. So I got both of those from quest rewards. So I'm going to see if they work. And then I also need to make the fishing rod. So I'll grab a little bit of string. And I saw that I did have a fishing rod, but I'm assuming it's going to require a brand new one for the crafting. So I do make another one. So I just run back over. And spoilers, you'll see it may not work. So have my blood orb in. I throw the fish in. and nothing happens. So I instantly think that, okay, the fish probably don't work. And then, yeah, I'm just looking at them because they're named. One's named and one has NBT data, so I just assumed that they didn't work. And so I go back and I'm like, I might have to go fishing. We'll see what else I can do. So I look at my Hell's Kitchen quests and I start accepting the rewards for what I did. So that's just a bunch of crafting there. I get a few of those cherry sandwiches. And I didn't, or no, never mind. So I have the heart. I get another heart for making that glacial precipitator. And then vinegar also gives you a quarter heart. So these quests are giving just a ton of hearts. Pretty great. And I think I have one more. Yeah, toast. So I smelted a piece of bread. It's toast. And then do I open my quest bags here? Oh, then tomatoes. As soon as tomatoes opened up, it was already done. Just because the farm already has tomatoes, you just had to get one. And then, so I think if I can open the quest bags, I think I'm clearing my inventory, so I am ready to. And open the bag. Yeah, I get a bunch of drones, which is great. Not really, because that reminds me that I do have to do bees here kind of soon. Then I get the Golden Nixon, which has a little bit of a thing on it. Then I get a full heart. It says not so good, so I'm confused why it would be not so good. It turns out it was a rotten heart, so I lose a life for eating that. So I wasn't paying attention close enough, so that's unfortunate, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. Alright, so I'm just combining some of these hearts here, get more hearts, replace the ones that I just lost. And then as I was looking through the chests, I noticed that I have some raw fish that I already caught, so that's good. Because I remember I originally thought that the two named fish, or the one that was enchanted, were not going to work for the crafting of the squid. So it was nice to see that I had some. I don't have to actually go fishing to find more. So I'm just putting away some of the stuff I got. The Golden Nixon that says I am probably a crook. It made me lol. That's all. So I put the two fish in, and I realized it still doesn't work. So then that's when I think, oh, okay, the blood orb's probably not strong enough. So I look back at it, and it turns out it does need an apprentice blood orb at minimum, so the tier 2. So I believe just go and grab an emerald. Here, I'm going to make one real fast, just because I'm going to need it eventually, and I need it to finish this quest, and I would really like to finish it. So I get my divination sigil, and make sure we have enough LP. I think it takes 2,000. Yeah, double check it. It takes 5,000 is what it does actually. So put a little bit more in. And craft ourselves up a blood orb here in just a moment. Yeah, the rune of the self-sacrifice is definitely helping for getting extra LP here. Yeah, as I look at it, yeah. Alright, so it does take a moment just because I don't have any speed runes yet to craft up the orb. So just, hanging out, checking all my stuff. And should be done here in just a moment. Your divination sigil, obviously you can check to see how much of the LP has been used. Those cherry jelly sandwiches looking so good. Better than these baked potatoes I've been eating. So actually I started eating the baked potatoes just because I put such a damper onto my carrots because I've been eating all those so much from juicing them. So I just smelted up some potatoes. Hey, and there we go. My orb's done. I right click it to bind it to myself. And I place it in and it works. And then that gets me the squid egg, which means I can then turn in my quest. Which gives me another reward bag, some roses, flowers, safari net. And in my bag I got a book with efficiency 3, so it was meh. Meh at best. Alright, so then I saw the book and I was like, so you can you can take the enchantments off it if you get a typesetting table and a printing press. So I was looking at what it takes to make, which I guess I technically could. I still need a blaze rod though. So that would be one thing I would have to get. I mean, I did get 2 of them, but I did use them, so I'd have to get another one. And that'd be just to get some enchantments, and I don't know if I really need them that bad right now. So I'd decide not to do it. So I'm just putting some items away because I don't really need them right now, some of these quest rewards. I see the mystery safari net, and I got a cow last time, so I'm like, let's do it again. Once again, just organize my inventory. Getting ready to open the safari net. Grab myself, I'm looking for the my reusable safari net, just in case it's something I want to capture. And turns out to be a bat that doesn't get to do anything. I'm not too sure why. I'm not sure if it was the rain or if it was in the daytime or just where it was. So it just despawns right away. So I didn't actually need the safari net. So I believe I'm just walking around. Oh yeah, so there was a quest to enter the nether for one of them, so that's what I'm doing right now. All it is once you travel to the nether. It just says visit it. So I visit it, and I head on back. So I check on it, and it turns out it did not give it to me. So it says wrong dimension, but then I see it had coordinates, so I'm like, okay, I probably need to just go to this certain place. So I drink a potion of flight, you know, make it easy on myself. And I'm thinking, since we got the chemistry set, I should be able to refill the potions here soon, so I'm not too worried about using it. So I start flying around using the coordinates and comparing it to the book to try and figure out where I need to go. So nothing too exciting here, just fly into this area. This has a 3-meter radius, so it's just like a certain area that you have to get to. So I'm just using F3 here. Notice some Ardite once then can't mine it because I don't have a good enough tool. Not that I think that we really need it. I believe you can get cobalt and Ardite from sifting soul sand as well. Yeah, so I'm just using the coordinates here, trying to get to the place. And when I get here, I don't think it has any significance to why. Like, it doesn't really seem like anything's here. It just had to float around in the air a little bit. So I don't know what it wanted me to do. I'm looking for it, and I just don't really see anything. I see a heat scar spider and a ghostwood tree. So I don't know why it had those coordinates, but I went there for the quest. So I believe I had. So I turn in the quest, get another full heart. Gonna consume that. It gives me 24 remaining, and then I get a spiked sword. It's a paper blade, so I was like, don't really need this thing with my cutlass that I have. So I don't really ever use it. I'm looking at that quest. I see I only have one more left in learning the skyblock, which is the moving powers to make some more conduits. So I look back at the blood magic quests, and I did the first part with making the alchemy set, and I started making the catalysts, and I realized there's a couple more things I need to make, so I need to make the weak binding agent to look at, and I realized so I made 3 catalysts so I'd be able to make this. So I go and I grab my clay that's in the chest there, and I believe I turn around here. Maybe. Or no, I'm thinking, what does it take to make a potion flask? And I look it up, it's just a bottle in the Blood Altar Tier 2 Altar 2000 LP. So I head on back because I remember I got one. I explained that I got one randomly because when you make the vinegar, you use any juice. So you use the juice on a carrot and you get the vinegar, or the juice in the bottle. And it doesn't actually use any glass. You don't use a bottle to get it. But then when you combine that juice with a pot, it returns a glass bottle. So you create a glass bottle pretty much out of nowhere, which is kind of funny. So anyways, I go back over here. Got some catalyst in my clay. I throw my glass bottle into the blood altar here. Or I should. I think I don't have enough LP, so I grab my blood orb. Yeah. And I start the creation of the weak binding agent. So start the creation of the potion flask as well. And I'm thinking that since I now have the alchemical chemistry set, making potion flask, I can make my own potions here kind of soon. But I don't know if I'm going to need them. I might need them, we'll see. I was still thinking about it. So I got my weak binding agent. And I go to detect it. And that's when I have the thought, would it detect if I had potion flasks just because I had the potions? And I remember when I detected just for the weak binding agent, I had those in my inventory, so it obviously did not detect it. So then I detect that, and I get a potion flask or a reward bag. And last time I got a potion flask, I got a potion of flight. So I was like, you know what? I haven't been getting lucky with reward bags, so I'm gonna take the potion or the potion flask and hope for the best. So I take it, and it turns out I get, or no, didn't take it yet. So this is me contemplating. Yeah, so I take it, and I get invisibility and fire resistance. So two things I don't really need that bad. I think the invisibility is what I got for the pick one. So unfortunate, but you know, I probably wouldn't have got anything good from the reward bag either. So next I see that I want to make a magician's blood orb for the next blood magic quest. And to do that, I'm checking what tier it is. That's the tier 3. So in order to get tier 3, I need 20 more runes around the side here between all the glowstone blocks. So once I have those 20 runes and then those glowstone pillars exist, that would make the altar a tier 3. So I'm then at the point where I'm contemplating if I should what's the best way to go about proceeding in blood magic. I look at the self-sacrifice runes and they make them Enderium ingots, which is kind of annoying. So that's not going to be something that we're going to get here quite soon. And paid extra careful attention looking at that heart there, make sure it wasn't a rotten heart. So I'm trying to think what the best plan is for getting slates so I can make more runes. And I can't think of anything that helps a ton for automating them, because there's no translocators. Hyper rationing pipes don't exist yet, so I'm just gonna use my potions that I have. I got a few of them from the auto brew request that I actually use here kind of soon, just to help me get more LP into the altar faster. Yeah, so I grabbed the potions. And, I believe I start smelting stone here as well, because it's a smooth stone turns into one slate for 1000 LP, and you need 2 of them per rune. So in total we're gonna need 40 more slates to get enough runes in order to upgrade the altar. So I'm just filling the altar up a little more, just so I have enough LP, and then I think I decide that I'm going to be right back here as I just start creating some of these, because it's going to be kind of repetitive. So I take a cut and I come back, and I believe I was like, okay, I want to set up a little bit of automation to help me do this, just because it's a bit of annoying, and I want to make some speed runes as well. So I believe I'm getting all the stuff together here. Use a little bit of sugar cane to make some sugar, and using some of the runes that I had made. I realized I forgot the runes, so I go run over and grab them real fast. And I craft them up into some speed runes here. So then I head back over to the altar, place them down, just because it's going to help me a bit for creating the slates, just because I need to make so many of them. So I place them down, and then I'm pretty sure I have the plan to help me with the creation of them a little bit more. So I head back to my chests, and I'm pretty sure I grabbed some item ducks here, or a item duck, and my wrench. Or I will, after I make a chest. Because wood I have been running low on until I got my tree farm going. So it's somewhat a bit. Grab the servo as well. And I head back over to my altar, and I do just a little quick setup here, just to make it, a little bit easier on myself. So I put the chest down, and I just set a pipe to automatically extract blank slates from the altar, meaning I don't have to pull them out whenever they're done. They'll just automatically come out. So it's just one less step I have to do. I just have to worry about giving the altar blood and then placing the stone in. Like I said, I don't think there's any good option for keeping one stone in at a time. I do mention about the hopper. If you put a hopper on it, it will actually try to put more than one in at a time. So if you put 10 stone in that hopper, it'll drop 10 stone into the altar at once, and then it'll take 10,000 LP to turn 10 of them, which I don't really want to do. I prefer to do one at a time, but it's unfortunate that I can't think of any or any use or any mod that exists in the pack that will allow me to do that. So I just set it up to automatically extract, and I just manually put them in here. And it's a bit of a painful process, it's using the LP. I do use the potions here to supplement my health to make sure I can keep the LP and flowing in. And I do switch my energy cells out here just because I saw that my tree farm has stopped. So all I do is I swap them out. I see I have blocks of coals in the survivalist generator just to give it a little bit extra power, so it doesn't really ever stop. And it lasts like 4 hours per in the survivalist generator, so it should last me for pretty much the rest of the map. And just configuring the cell to make sure it works. So inputting on the right side and exporting to the right side. I place it down, and the tree farm starts going again. So that's my solution for now until I can get central power to power all the things that I need to, which I'm still working on. So I head back to the altar to start making more slates, and I realize it's going to be a bit of a painful process. I accidentally made one reinforced slate on accident. So I believe I take another cut here, and we come back. And so I'm ready to craft the 20 blood runes that I need. So I go ahead and craft them up. And then I'm just going to head back over to the blood altar and replace the stone bricks that I placed. Stone bricks are representing where runes need to be in order to upgrade the altar. So all I do is replace them here. And as soon as I'm able to put all 20 in, you'll see that the blood altar will become a tier 3. So just 20 of them all around every side. So I believe it took me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so to craft up all those slates. It's just a little bit of time. It's unfortunate I don't have any way to automate the LP yet, or the insertion. And then I was like, so since we have a tier 3 altar now, I can try and make the Magician's Blood Orb, which is a gold block in the altar. And I'm thinking how much LP it takes. I was hoping it was 10,000, but then I check, and it turns out to be 25,000, which is a significant amount of LP. The altar holds 13,000, so it's actually quite a bit that we're going to need. So I'm thinking we'll fill it up, and then we'll just use the sacrificial orb as much as we can to try and put more in before it runs out. So that way it does, because as the altar runs out of blood, it will start to decrease its progress. So since we can't hold enough for it to go, it could eventually go back down to 0% complete. And I'm looking at the filling agents for my potions because I realize I'm using my regen potions quite a bit. And I realize I have everything that I need to make them. So I'm just looking at my altar, see how much LP I have, and I decide to take a break here and fill up the altar and come back and take an attempt to make it. And that's when I remember that my mic is muted. All right, so we're back, and I'm realizing I derped up the last 3 segments. My mic was muted. Yep. So you probably would have just heard some voiceovers because I'm definitely gonna have to go back and give it some kind of audio. Oh man. So yeah, I got this made, and we're just gonna let it go. It's gonna be a struggle here. It's definitely gonna reach its or use all of it before I can give it more. So this is gonna be a little bit of a strain here because it is losing progress right now, but we can give it more. Really wish I would have saved my healing potions for this part. I wasn't thinking. Oh well. Or I didn't think it would be this bad. So yeah. Alright, I may just cut through this part. Yeah, because it's just going to be me sitting here using the sacrificial orb until this thing finally transforms. Hopefully it does transform if it doesn't lose enough progress. Well, so it turns out it lost all of its progress. So yeah, we're gonna have to think up a new strategy, see how we're gonna handle this, because we just don't have enough capacity or time. I mean, if I got rid of the speedruns, it would help, but I don't know if it would be enough. Honestly, my regen's not that strong, so I'm gonna have to come up with a solution to this, and we'll have to do this one next episode because we are kind of at the point to wrap this one up. So anyways, guys, sorry for the mistakes with the audio and all that. I'm really sorry about it. Make sure it won't happen again. Hopefully you don't mind too much, but that's gonna do for this. Gonna do it for this episode, guys. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll come back next time, and we will hopefully get this blood orb. Anyways, guys, that'll do for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.